New updates are coming out from the United States, and President Trump is once again at the center of the conversation. In this video, we break down some recent new updates. So, watch, listen, and drop your own view concerning all these recent new updates.
A new order in the United States states that if a child is born here and the father is not a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, that child will not be recognized as a U.S. citizen. Now, let me say it clearly the way I would explain it. If a baby is born in the United States and the father is not a citizen or permanent resident, the child will not receive automatic citizenship. Very simple, very clear. This also applies to people visiting legally, students, business travelers, visitors, even those on the visa waiver program. If a child is born during that visit and the father doesn't meet the requirement, the child will not be classified as a U.S. citizen under this order. The order becomes active 30 days after it is signed, and federal agencies will follow the updated instructions.
Trump just declared war on America's rent crisis. The Trump administration is introducing a landlord profit tax. Landlords are now in full panic. If landlords raise rents above government set limits, the excess will face a 300% penalty tax. Raise rent by $10,000, the IRS will take $30,000. The higher the rent increase, the more severe the decline, and profits will disappear instantly for years. Rent has skyrocketed 35%. Today, 40% of renters hand over more than half their income to landlords. Even worse, Wall Street funds are buying entire apartment complexes, creating artificial shortages and trapping young people in permanent rent prisons. At a White House press conference, Trump pointed straight at the financial giants and declared, "Housing is not an ATM. Ordinary people are not crops to be harvested forever for decades. No president dared to hit real estate capital this hard. If this bill passes, will landlords survive?" Share your thoughts in the comments.
President Trump has announced a new plan to give stay-at-home moms $1,200 a month for raising their kids full-time. It's time to recognize the invaluable work they do every day. Stay-at-home moms are not unemployed. They've been raising America for free. Now, if you're taking care of kids, cooking meals, or helping with homework, you qualify. Single moms and low-income families will get priority. But married moms are included too. They work over 8,700 hours a year and deserve recognition, and now they're getting it. I am also proposing a domestic labor ID, officially recognizing homemaking and parenting as real jobs under federal law. This is a huge step forward for families in America. How will this work? Should dads be included? More details are coming soon, but one thing's clear. This is a big win for the hardworking people who keep our country going. It's time to value the work that truly matters, starting with moms. Listen, America. From now on, everything changes in immigration. I am immediately suspending entry for people from countries considered high risk. If the country is on the list, no entry, period. After the incident in Washington, I made it clear. No mistakes, no loopholes, no second chances. Before Christmas, all asylum applications are frozen, and I mandate a complete review of all green cards issued to these countries. If there is irregular information, status canceled, and more. Mandatory facial biometrics at airports. Instant check. Zero approaches. Want to enter? Prove you deserve it. Want to stay? Show what's in order. I am strengthening the borders, protecting the American people, and ending decades of negligence. It's a new era, and it starts now. Marriage may no longer automatically grant a green card. That's right. If you marry a U.S. citizen, it won't just hand you permanent residency anymore. We're making real changes to the system. For too long, people have been using marriage to bypass immigration rules. We need to tighten things up. Make sure that when someone gets a green card, it's for the right reasons. This new policy will ensure that only those truly committed to building a life in America will be allowed to stay. The process will now require more proof and more transparency. This is about fairness to the American people and securing our borders. It's not about stopping love. It's about making sure the system works for everyone. This plan is designed to protect American jobs and ensure that immigration remains legal and fair. We're going to make sure that marriage is not a shortcut, but a genuine commitment. Stay tuned for more details. The change is coming. America, a new update from USCIS is creating a lot of interest. For the first time, some applicants, especially spouses and parents of U.S. citizens, may receive permanent residency approval without an in-person interview. No interview room, no extra appointments, and a shorter process overall. USCIS says this change is designed to make the experience smoother by using the information already submitted. For many families, this means quicker results and fewer delays. Some people see it as a helpful step toward a more modern and efficient system, while others are watching closely to see how it shapes future applications. What's clear is that this adjustment introduces a new path in the permanent residency process. A step that once required more preparation may now be completed through existing documents. Now the question is simple. Is this the start of a more streamlined approach, or will it lead to more updates ahead? For now, the change is active, and many are paying close attention. Green Card. Starting December 2025, everything changes because I ordered it. No more chaos, no more loopholes, no more weak rules. America is taking full control. From now on, every green card case faces strict verification. One mistake, one false document, one suspicious detail, you're stopped instantly. No second chances. For years, people abused this system. Fake papers, fake marriages, fake identities. It ends now. I've launched audits, raids, and full investigations across the country. Airports will operate under my new protocol. Mandatory facial biometrics for every traveler, men, women, and children. Every entry, every exit, fully scanned and tracked. Your face, your history, your taxes, all checked automatically. If anything looks wrong, you're pulled out of the line on the spot. Some will complain, some will cry, but I'm not here to comfort anyone. I'm here to protect the United States. If you want a green card, follow the law, stay clean, and be ready. Because under my leadership, immigration has new rules, and they all begin in December 2025. Congress has just passed a major update to the immigration system, and this will affect millions of people across the U.S. This new law reshapes how we handle immigration, deciding who stays and who must leave based on specific criteria. Under the new law, even minor traffic violations like a DUI could have significant consequences. In the past, this might have been overlooked, but now a single offense could lead to someone having to leave the country even without a conviction. The law applies the same rules to everyone, including permanent residents and visa holders. It ensures that minor infractions are treated more seriously while also making the process more efficient. Supporters say this will improve public safety, while critics argue it could impact those who made small mistakes in the past. People are advised to review their records and seek legal advice to understand how this new law may apply. The changes are now in effect nationwide, making the system fairer and more consistent. Listen up, everyone. I've got important news tonight, and trust me, you'll want to hear this. The $2,000 tariff rebate checks have officially been approved, and there's a major update nobody saw coming. Low-income seniors, that's right, seniors are now first in line to receive their checks. This wasn't part of the original rollout, but once we reviewed the numbers, we knew this change had to happen. For all the seniors out there relying on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, this is your moment. You're at the front of the line now. Why? Because you've been dealing with the toughest challenges. Rising costs, higher bills, everyday pressure, and it's time you get the support you deserve. And now you're getting it first. You're going to see those $2,000 checks hitting sooner than expected. If you're a senior, make sure you check your accounts. Help is finally on the way. A new order in the United States states that if a child is born here and the father is not a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, that child will not be recognized as a U.S. citizen. Now, let me say it clearly, the way I would explain it. If a baby is born in the United States and the father is not a citizen or permanent resident, the child will not receive automatic citizenship. Very simple, very clear. This also applies to people visiting legally, students, business travelers, visitors, even those on the visa waiver program. If a child is born during that visit and the father doesn't meet the requirement, the child will not be classified as a U.S. citizen under this order. The order becomes active 30 days after it is signed, and federal agencies will follow the updated instructions. The U.S. government is introducing a new rule that could impact your chances of getting a visa starting in 2026. If you have certain health conditions, it could affect your application. This is a significant change in the visa process. In the past, medical screenings focused on things like tuberculosis, but now they'll also be looking at conditions like heart disease, cancer, and mental health. The goal is to ensure that applicants are able to support themselves and won't require financial assistance for medical care. If you have a condition that might require long-term care, you'll likely need to show proof of your ability to manage your health and finances. It's important to be prepared for questions about how you're handling your health care needs. To stay ahead of these changes, make sure you have your medical records ready, show proof of insurance if necessary, and demonstrate that you are managing your health effectively. The U.S. is looking for applicants who are self-sufficient and prepared for their future health needs.
Many more developments are still unfolding. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notification so you don't miss any of our updates. Thank you very much.